FromSoftware is a mainstay in the gaming community. The games they have made in the last 15 years have garnered a huge fan base and a community that loves every ounce of it. But I'm not here to sing my praises for FromSoft. My goal is to take a look at every boss from the Souls series, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring, and give it a rating. Rating things like presentation, lore significance, music, and gameplay. Let's jump into it with the next boss on our tier list, the Armored Spider. The Armored Spider is typically the second or third boss that I face when I play through Demon Souls. It's found in the second Archstone, where we shift from being in Boletaria Castle and are now in Stonefang Tunnel. This area is a large mine that Boletaria used to extract resources, and for us, a great place for upgrade material for our weapons. The colorless fog that passed over Boletaria has affected this area, and now many of the miners have lost their souls, mindlessly digging for no real purpose. As you venture deeper into the tunnel, you'll eventually find an area that is suspiciously covered in spider webs. As you head down the elevator shaft, you're greeted by a small fog gate. At least compared to the last two boss fog gates, this one is a little bit more low-key and might catch some players unaware of what lies beyond. You are unceremoniously thrown into a boss fight against a humongous spider. And something that adds even more to the surprise, this spider spits fireballs.
Because I spit hot fire.
Armored Spider, to me, is the first boss that really requires you to dodge attacks, or you will be punished. Getting hit with its web attack will cover you in sticky stuff, which makes it so you cannot dodge for a couple seconds. Not being able to dodge for this short period of time almost guarantees that you will get hit with the next fireball. I'm not sure if it's just me, but the web shot is hard to see, and I usually get hit by at least one during the fight. Once you get close enough to strike, however, it becomes fairly simple. Blocking the attacks is my preferred method here, while also coating my weapon in that sticky white stuff to get magic damage on my weapon. The gimmick here is he spews out this oil that forces the player back down the narrow tunnel before it catches on fire, repeating the process of dodging webs and fireballs to get closer. Magic is very effective against this spider. I just recently found out that there is a safe spot behind this wooden beam where you won't get hit by fire, and you can pop out and launch soul arrows. Overall, this boss can initially be overwhelming, shocking, and sometimes even frustrating. But the spider gives you moments to breathe and heal, so as long as you can endure, you will most likely succeed. Once again, the lore is rather sparse, but throughout your playthrough of the Stonefang Tunnel, the classic trope of "they dug too deep" becomes apparent. We can assume the beings that were uncovered or disturbed during the digging were what became the demons once the colorless fog came through. You can see miners strung up in webs before the boss fight, indicating that it's probably been feeding on the souls of these workers here for a long time. The original music has this plucky sound that invokes the spider plucking at its web, but then it hits you with this rhythm and horn section that feels like it's straight out of Jungle Book. Let's listen to the remake. They dropped the horns altogether and really focused on the strings, giving the feeling of the spider weaving its web. The same notes from the original reappear as well, which is pretty neat. If you want my thoughts on the whole piece of music, remember to follow me on Patreon. Alright, let's give this creeper a rating. Armored Spider is unique. It feels like it's here to test your skills in combat as well as to test your patience. It can be frustrating losing your ability to dodge because of the webs or feeling like you're stuck in a narrow hallway. This design was meant to feel claustrophobic and make you feel like you need to rush to get out, which might make players panic instead of carefully timing their rolls. I do think the remake also made the web shot animation harder to see than the original, or I could just be bad. Either way, I think Armored Spider sits at a C+ for me. How would you rate Armored Spider? Comment about your experience and remember to like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next video where we rate the Fool's Idol.